The glory of the latter house. Beloved brothers and sisters, there is a word that echoes from the lips of the prophet Haggai and still resounds in our spirit today. The glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former, saith the Lord of hosts, and in this place will I give peace. Haggai 2:9. This is not just a verse, it is a prophetic decree. It is an assurance that no matter how glorious yesterday seemed, tomorrow carries a greater weight of glory. The former days may have carried beauty, victories, and blessings, but God has reserved a greater dimension of His glory for the days ahead. The glory of the latter house means that your best days are not behind you. It means that your future holds more fire, more presence, more abundance, more peace, and more breakthroughs than your past. What God is about to do in your life cannot be compared with what you have seen before. The former glory is only a shadow, but the latter glory is the full manifestation. Think of Solomon's temple, majestic in its design, covered in gold, renowned across nations. Yet God declared that the glory of the latter house would surpass even that splendor. This is a message to remind us that glory is not about outward appearances, wealth, or grandeur alone. It is about the indwelling presence of God, His favor resting upon His people, and His Spirit transforming ordinary vessels into carriers of divine light. The glory of the latter house represents restoration. For those who have lost opportunities, time, relationships, or wealth, the Lord declares, I will restore the years that the locust has eaten. It is not restoration as it was, but restoration greater than before. God does not merely give back what was lost, He multiplies it, He beautifies it, and He breathes His Spirit upon it until it carries a double portion. The glory of the latter house also means divine elevation. You may have been despised in your earlier days, but God is lifting you into visibility. You may have walked in shadows before, but now He calls you into light. The stones the builders rejected shall become the chief cornerstone. What stopped your family line cannot stop you. What defeated your father cannot defeat you. The latter glory breaks generational patterns and ushers in generational blessings. The glory of the latter house means peace in your habitation. True glory is not just riches without rest. True glory is wealth with peace, power with humility, influence with integrity, abundance with joy. God promises that in this latter house He will give peace shalom that covers your spirit, soul, and body. But there is a condition. The latter glory belongs to those who align themselves with God's presence. This glory is not earned by human effort, but received by surrender. It comes when we invite the Spirit of God to dwell richly among us, to fill our temples, to consume every impurity, and to make our lives altars of fire. Beloved, do not measure your future by your past. Do not let yesterday's failures, pain, or even successes set a limit on what God can do next. The Red Sea was a miracle, but the Jordan crossing was greater. Manna was provision, but the Promised Land was abundance. Yesterday's oil is not sufficient for today's assignment. God is pouring out fresh oil, fresh fire, fresh vision for a greater manifestation. The glory of the latter house is here to announce a shift. The shift from lack to abundance. The shift from rejection to acceptance. The shift from sickness to health. The shift from obscurity to recognition. The shift from ordinary living to extraordinary manifestation. The shift from survivor to dominion. Hear this. What God is about to release in your life is not a continuation of the old chapter, it is a new book. The latter glory is not an upgrade of the former, it is a divine transformation. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men what God has prepared for those who love Him. So rise up and receive it. Lay hold of the latter glory by faith. Declare that your tomorrow will be greater than your today. Speak over your destiny, your family, your career, your ministry, your health, your finances. The glory of the latter shall be greater than the former. Refuse to be stuck in yesterday when God has promised a brighter tomorrow. This is your season to shine with greater glory. This is your hour to walk into abundance, influence, and divine peace. And as you surrender yourself fully to God, His Spirit will dwell richly in your latter house, and your life will radiate a glory that cannot be hidden. Indeed, the glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former, and your testimony will be the evidence that God's word never fails.